As the disease progressed, I started losing more balance. It's very stiff, constant cramps, especially on my right side. And to the point where I was just falling over. I was carrying my very young son, Mason, coming down the stairs. We fell down the stairs together, and we tumbled, and I kept him above my body so that he's trying to keep him as safe as I could. He was okay, thank goodness. I came away with a bruised body and a bruised ego. I think that was my rock bottom, because at that time, at age of 35, I couldn't imagine going forward and not being there for my kids. I decided from that day on that I was going to do something. I went to support groups recommended by my doctors, and what I learned real quickly is that there are different support groups for different personality types, for different people, different age groups. In order to find the type of support that one person might seek, you have to be able to relate to the people that you're talking to. Unfortunately for me, I didn't find that. What I found now is that by reaching out to the Fox Foundation and Team Fox, I've been connected with many others like myself that are affected with Parkinson's, and many others that are caregivers for Parkinson's patients, like my wife. They are my primary support group today. I started signing up for clinical trials, whether if it's just a questionnaire, or if it actually involved a medication or a procedure. Whatever it was, I signed up for and tried to get qualified for it. I think what people are realizing now is that people that are getting diagnosed later in life were experiencing symptoms earlier in life, which is why it's become more and more important now. I actually went to my doctor's appointments, and one of the treatment options was physical therapy, which to help with the fine motor movements. And what I would notice during physical therapy is that the more work I did, the better I felt. I was less symptomatic the more that I did. So I decided that I was going to do my first official 5K. As soon as I crossed the finish line, I felt I can do more. Running has become my new medication. And I know that because after a long run, or after a period of running, I feel a lot more in control and for a lot longer. I've noticed that my off periods are shorter and they are more predictable. So I'm able to better manage when and how I take my medication so that I can be more productive during the day. You have to be open with your doctors and your care team about how medication affects how you feel. So they can make minor changes. They can tweak the dosage, they can tweak the timing. All of that matters to keep you on what we call an on or off scale, okay, or on or off schedule. Being open and being able to talk about the Parkinson's is really also a part of healing. And it's made it a lot easier, not just for me, but for people around me that are supporting my everyday fight. I can still do most things by myself, but it's becoming more difficult. Buttons on shirts is becoming harder and harder to do. Sometimes opening jars that are even loose already. Helping my kids with their homework in terms of writing. Memory issues are starting to creep up. I forget things that are told to me almost immediately. And I ask questions about things that I've already gotten the answer to. It's happening more and more, but I'm conscious about it, and I'm trying to do everything that I can to make myself aware and to listen, pay a little more attention. My care team has changed over the years. Initially, it was just my movement disorder specialist. But now I think my care team involves family and friends, and the support group that I spoke about, it's not just about the relationship between you and your doctor, although a strong relationship between you and your doctor is key, but your primary caregiver, in my case, my wife Cheryl, and my kids, they are really the ones that are with you and holding you up or holding me up on a day-to-day basis. I've learned a lot about living with the disease. I've met a lot of people. I've learned a lot in the sense that you can still lead a very productive life. You can still lead a very normal life. Even as progression goes on. I'm not laying down for this disease. I'm gonna fight for as long as I possibly can.